welcome to the big friendly truck. It's about 11 o'clock at night, I think. And me and Raph just hanging out by the fire on our own. I mean, there's no one else here. There's no Indians, there's no trucks, there's nobody. We're like, it's just us, the stars, the sea, the fire. Obviously the music stopped because I put the video on. We're just listening to some tunes, and yeah, we're just sitting back and relaxing and chewing the fat on actually what a wonderful experience this actually is. Yeah, you know, I was going to put in one of my songs, you know, world travel, you wouldn't understand it unless you've actually tried it, and I'm going to thoroughly say that people should recommend it, you know, take some time out of the machine. But anyway, we're just going to chew our own fat and we're going to have our own fun, and yeah, just sit here as a father and son around the fire and chill, basically. You, Fluffy. Yeah, you with the stripes. No, not me. I've got stripes too. No, you, mate. This is my gaff, and you're not supposed to be here, all right? So you can either do one up the front cab, all right, or I'm going to have serious words with you. And you know me and the wildebeest, we are serious. Oi, oi, getting in there first. Yeah, you want to have some, don't you, mate? You want to have some. Come on, then. Think you're hard enough? Yeah, that's it. Bloody woody. Hi, welcome back to Big Friendly Truck Diary Time. I've just put a great big lob of charcoal on my nose. The last video, obviously I was doing the interior, and then my phone ran out of memory and went so that's why that one cut off quite quick, quite suddenly, shall we say. So today, in preparation for the possible departure from Agonda, I'm doing some sort of chores. Let me show kind of things you get up to when you're in a van and you live in a van full time. Yeah, we've got the beds, sort of sheets and things outside. I've taken all the sheets off to be washed at the local Indian laundry. It costs about, I don't know, £2.50, £3 to have your washing done here and dried and picked up tomorrow. So of course, airing all the beds at the back. This is an area I think which I just about got to on the last video. Obviously Rafi sleeps on the bunk above, I sleep on the double below, which also can become a single, but of course when it's a double we have quite a lot of storage space here. I'll just release this little drawer here, bear with me. So we have the storage space here underneath the bed, which is where the ladder lives. According to Overland Feeds, having an external ladder on your van, unless you can lock it off, you shouldn't have one. You should therefore have a collapsible ladder. The nice thing about this is you can put it all around the van and work anywhere around the van. Very handy piece of kit, basically. Because if you have a ladder on your van that's not locked down, obviously people can get onto the roof and rifle through what's on your roof boxes unless you've got padlocks and stuff on them and things like that, so not so good. This left-hand box here is actually where all the gas lives. That's just the gas box, which is a metal-lined box with fireproof sealant, etc. So if there was a fire in there, it shouldn't actually technically get into the van, and has a sort of a gas, what they call exit pipe, in the floor, so if there is a gas leak it should actually dissipate through the floor, because butane and propane are heavier than air, they actually sink. This cupboard here, got a 12-volt generator, which I haven't used as yet. I also have a compressor in there and a cordless drill, which is very handy for the maintenance of the vehicle. So as you can see, the whole van really is built around having some storage space, because that is the key ingredient when you live somewhere full time. You can never have enough space. In fact, the more space you have, the more you fill. So the smaller the van, the less you take. But as I've been saying to some friends, if there's stuff I haven't used in this van by the time I've done this whole trip, then it's never getting back in the van again. And I'll know exactly what to take next time. But so far, we've been using everything slowly here and there. Other thing I'm doing is we haven't been anywhere near somewhere which creates sawdust for our compost toilet, but we have been having fires at night with people round. So one of the key things here is to sift the ash in through a bowl, take out the big lumps, and then you can use that to put over your, should we say, heavier deposits in the compost toilet to obviously stop flies, to dry things out, and to keep things reasonably sanitary. So there's another job there. So I'm going to clean out the grate today and put that back up on the roof. As I say, we are finally preparing to leave this beautiful place after nearly 2 months. I think we've been here 7 weeks. Yeah, as I say, it's a bit like the Hotel California here at Agonda. You can book in, but you can't ever leave. Mixed reservations about obviously getting the parts that are hopefully arriving from UPS tomorrow. and finishing off fixing the truck so we can actually get mobile. I mean, we are mobile, but I'm just trying to fix some stuff that needs to be fixed before we continue on. I'll speak to you all about that a bit later in another video, because the dealing with Indian customs has been a real drama. See you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hi guys, okay, welcome to the Big Friendly Truck. We're coming down here to, this is my view, I'm just sitting up here on the roof of my truck. We have 3 toolboxes that make an approximate terrace. But from the wood that I've just been scrounging to burn in my fire, I'm looking at making a table that fits above the roof hatch that I sit near here, which is of course plastic, and if anyone was come here, could put their foot through it. So protection, and also a place to put drinks, etc. But that's another project for tomorrow maybe. We're trying to leave Agonda, obviously. The parcel is apparently arriving tomorrow. Yeah, mixed reservations. Obviously, this place is stunning. Don't get me wrong. As a special place for people to come. They've been coming here for years and years and years, especially from Europe, obviously. And we're obviously sitting in a pretty spectacular spot. I thoroughly recommend checking out the bottom of Agonda Beach, the South Agonda Beach, where there's just the boats. When you're out of the town, you're not near any of the bars. There's one close bar here which is perfect for nice afternoon drinks and food. And the guys running it are absolutely super sweet, so yeah, necessary expense when you're actually completely chilling out. But say anyway, here we are, and I'm on the roof terrace, airing beds, sorting out, as I say in the last video, charcoal into the compost toilet sort of bin, and getting ready to rock and roll out of here. So I'm going to take you a shot of the beach from the roof terrace, and we'll catch up a bit later. Raf's skimboarding, so just to worry, if you're worrying about him, he's out there skimboarding. He's just come back for 200 rupees because he used a different skimboard hire place, the one we normally use where we have credit. So he's had to go back all the way up the beach with 200 rupees to pay for his time on the boogie board. But that's his own thing. He just went up there and said, I want to go, the waves are good, I got to go, I'll leave you here, Dad. That's cool, little daddy. I'm back in a minute. So good. Anyway, I'm sitting up here, as I say, with a beer, listening to music. I can't play the music because, of course, YouTube will take that down and say I'm copying someone's copyright. But I was listening to a French band, very famous, no longer around in regards, but they used to wear helmets. I'm not going to mention any names, but if you are any kind of a music aficionado, you will know who I'm talking about. The last album, Random Access Memories, I can tell you that, probably. But anyway, I will catch up with you soon and post some other stuff that's been going on while we've been sitting here doing nothing, basically, because although we're doing nothing, something's been going on. I'll see you soon. Bye. Welcome back to the Big Friendly Van. Just changed my, obviously I'm making a couple of videos here because I haven't been making very many recently because I said my phone's been completely full for the memory. And that brings me on to the parcel I've got being sent from the UK to India. I bought a load of stuff in England, obviously, because I couldn't get it here in India. Some of the stuff I could have got here, don't get me wrong, like the hard drive and the iPhone charging leads. But the USB ports for the truck, the clutch and the seals to the rear axle, that's the shit I just can't get here. So anyway, these guys obviously charged me 77% gift tax on the way in. So on a 770 euro, I believe, parcel, by the time they took it, it was actually 770, say, plus tax, English money. They came back and said, oh no, we need you to change it to euros so they can obviously, I suppose, value it. So they said, oh, this costs the same amount of euros as pounds. Raf's just come back. Raf, I'm making a video. Yeah. Put one in the fridge, bring one up to the top. Raf's just come back from the bar with a couple of beers. Very, very nice. Because I'm waiting for the sun to go down. So look, this is back to the real fact is of course the custom story and the parcel. So anyway, it turns out the parcel gets here in about 24 hours in the UK to Delhi, and after about 2 weeks of negotiation and continuous like letters, emails, declaration letters, more proof of ID, visas, passport photograph, obviously out of the passport front page and rear page, all sorts of stuff basically. Do I live in the resort where I'm sending the parcel? Of course I don't. I live in a truck. I'm just outside the resort, but they're the closest guy, so the owner had to write a declaration letter and sign it and date it to send to the customs people. They then phoned him up. I'm not joking, they phoned him up and they asked him to provide electrical bills and everything else to prove that he was the proprietor of Sunset Sky Beach Resort. This is where we're staying near. Great, beautiful, lovely place. So if you come to Goa, Southern Beach, where the old Overlander spot is, that's where you'll find that bar. Mugdra. I can't even remember the name. I'm terrible. It's shocking. But hey, here we are. Anyway, so after a protracted affair with UPS and with everything else, I finally believe I got my parcel being delivered after spending over £400 in tax on a parcel that cost €770. That's a 77% tax rate on everything I asked to come here because it came in my own personal name. Apparently, if you send it to a company, this is just a fact, it's 42%. But if you're an overland traveller and you don't have a company in India, it's not even possible. So anyway, that's been the drama, and the next thing is, of course, our visa's starting to run out and we need to get across to Sri Lanka, and we have no idea how to ship the van because that's impossible on Google. So of course some of you out there will go and Google all this shit and come back with me the link. But hey, here's Raf. We're up on the terrace. And it's as live as it gets. I'm just going to switch the camera over and give you Raf after a day out on the boogie board and doing his school. He's back. Maz is drinking Mazza. The new favourite mango drink that he's found in India that he absolutely loves. He's like given up Coca-Cola, he just drinks Mazza now. He's drunk the bar out of it several times, they've had to restock.
They restocked yesterday.
We obviously been clearing rubbish out around us and everything else, and for the last few days even some of the Indians have been clearing rubbish, but today we had a party and they left all this shit in the background with the crows eating it, so maybe tomorrow morning I might go out and clear that again because this was a complete, as you might have seen in my earlier video, carnage. That should be the video I played alongside with guitar when I meet up with my friend Mark to create the guitar god stroke like environmental message I was to send to the rest of the world. But that's another story. Anyway, for now we're in Agonda, the sun's going down, we're on the roof terrace of the truck airing the beds and we are chilling out.
I'm gonna go down to the bar and have some games.
Oh yeah? You're gonna have a shower first?
Well, I'm gonna have a shower.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
see you later. Sitting on the roof of the van. Hello, big friendly truck here. Just sitting on the roof of the van, practicing my songs, learning the guitar, and well, I missed the sunset actually from because I was playing, but it's just fucking ace here. So put it on your bucket list. Agonda, south of Goa. I recommend, 100%. Get involved. Get down here. It's very chilled. Sorry, just Indian fellow there asking where we are from London and how we got here, etc. So yeah, obviously the mission of getting the parcel here was obviously had to order everything over in the UK. There was some headphone leads, some headphones for Raf for his school and stuff, because he keeps breaking all the sort of wired headphones we have here, so we needed some wireless ones. So I ordered a whole load of stuff, including a 2 terabyte hard drive and the clutch. And the second-hand fan. Of course, they got to India in about 24 hours using UPS, and then it's taken me 2 weeks of paperwork shuffling, declaration letters of where I'm staying, passport, visa, all this information had to be supplied, declaration letter of the value of the parcel. I had to create an invoice because they couldn't add up all the invoices that came with the parcel and actually make up their own minds. They then charged me 1,000 rupees for changing the price of the parcel, even though they asked to change the price of the parcel from £770 to 770 euros. And then I get a whopping 77% duty of import duty because it's made out to my personal name. So just a recommendation, if you're going to travel to India and you think you're going to need spare parts and they're not going to be available in India,
make sure you leave your country of origin with those spares on board. I had contemplated buying a clutch before we left, and it looked at it and I thought, wow, that's 500-600 quid, that's quite a lot of money to spend. But I can assure you, after all this, I've just spent basically near on £1,200 getting all this stuff here, on the basis that over 400 quid of that was duty. £392 exactly was the duty on a parcel that was basically valued at £860, including English VAT, which they took off. So I paid tax twice. I haven't even paid for the shipping. My friend Darren organised that, so that's not even included in the cost. This is just the taxes. And after I'd paid the whopping 39,475 rupee tax bill from customs and the extra £1,000 rupees when they fined me for delivery, then there was the 2,852 rupees from UPS's various services, disbursement, some random tax for something they couldn't really tell me about, and admin, etc. So it's been a bit of a trial. Obviously it's taken another big chunk out of our visa, the fact that we've obviously been sat in Agonda for nearly 2 months now. I wish I'd ordered all this stuff before Christmas, but we got here on the 17th. I thought, oh no, Christmas will get in the way, you know, you don't want things travelling through the post at Christmas time, but it's taken so long. I wish I'd done that before. We have till the 27th of February in India, according to our original visa. We're not going to make it anywhere where we can get a visa. I'm not flying out of the country and leaving the truck, so it looks like we'll be overstaying. Some people have said to me that's not such a big problem. The guy I'm going down to see in Kerala is actually a guide. He drives four-wheel drive trucks around the countryside with foreigners. I met him here in Agonda with a German couple travelling with in the truck he was in with a roof tent and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully he might have a handle on what the best form of me getting a visa extension for me, Raf, and the truck is. Obviously, if we head for Sri Lanka, which is our plan, we can do that there. But the main problem is it's impossible, it seems, online to find out how you get your truck across from India to Sri Lanka. There's no ferry service that takes vehicles, only passengers. So I have to find a ship with a flat container on it who's prepared to just ship it. I think it's 100 kilometres across the sea to Sri Lanka. We have the paperwork for the truck that should satisfy the Sri Lankan customs, and it would be certainly nice to be able to drive around our home and revisit Sri Lanka, a place I haven't been to now for 19 years. I was there with my eldest son, who's now 21, for a honeymoon with my wife, and we were obviously on the front row of the beach for the tsunami in 2004-05, that period of time. So really interesting for us to go back, for me to show Rafi, who obviously wasn't born at that time, the country, and for me to, I don't know, see what gets stirred up when I return to what was obviously a pretty life-threatening experience for me and my very young family, and obviously my new wife at the time. We'll see. Anyway, I'll keep you all informed. I know there hasn't been much going on for the last 7 weeks. A bit of R&R as was needed, and that time has come. So I'm just about to rip the radiator out yet again, take the whole front off the truck yet again, and put the new fan on yet again, and do it all back together again and fill it up with water and check a couple of other things and then pack things up, and then it's basically top the tanks and head for Hampi, back on the road. So I'll keep you informed, and there'll be more videos following this one. Take it easy. Bye for now. It's great news today from the Big Friendly Truck. My new fan, or second-hand fan from the UK, has arrived. So I have a fan with all the correct number of blades on it now, so no imbalance for the water pump to deal with when we continue to drive. I already have two pieces of the clutch now. I have the pressure plate and also the friction plate there, full Mercedes-Benz spares ready to go, etc. And hopefully the chap in Kerala's garage, guy who owns a truck like this, a 508, going to help me switch that out. Obviously our clutch is still working at the moment, but it is getting towards the end of its life, and when I'm here in India, I just think it's just easier just to get it done and then have peace of mind when I'm driving rather than worry about it. All came in a nice big box, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it changed. Hold on. Hi there, welcome to the Big Friendly Truck. Just a quick update on proceedings. I've gone to fit the new fan, and the new fan is obviously slightly different. It's obviously the right fan in regards to the number of blades and where all the bolt holes are and everything else, but obviously in their wisdom Mercedes-Benz decided to change the fan, and so the new fan is that I have second hand, of course, is slightly thicker by about 7mm. Which means, of course, the bolts I have aren't quite long enough. So the mission now is to get a tuk-tuk to the nearest town, it's about 8k away, and see if we can get some longer bolts. If we can't get some longer bolts, then I will have to bolt all the old stuff back on again, just for now. And that's just the way it is, basically. Yeah, nothing's ever simple. But we will get there, and we will get mobile. So it may not be happening today, but maybe tomorrow. But then we're in Agonda and tomorrow never comes. That's what it seems. But anyway, I'll catch up with you all soon. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the next video you'll see that my whole truck's back together again, and we're running, and we're ready to hit the road and move on a little bit further than we've got in the last few weeks. So thanks for watching. See you soon. Ciao. Bye. Welcome to the Big Friendly Truck. It's me signing in, and just on my way back to the van. It's about 12:30 at night, and being out with some friends, nice drink, a few cigarettes, a bit of live music, and on my way back to go to bed now. Tomorrow's another day. Got things like emptying the toilet, cleaning the van, shopping for provisions to fill the van up, signing my will and sending that off, and generally getting things filled. But I'm going to tell you good night. But the first thing I'm going to tell you is in the morning I'll be going for a swim. My last swim probably, here in Agonda. And it's reached that time where it's time to go. As you can hear, I have my escort. I'm walking through other dogs' territory. Yeah, it's time for us to hit the road again and head for the next section, which is going to be pretty epic, I think. I have no idea how to get into the flanker as yet with the truck. I've got to extend visas. I've still got obviously the possible clutch problem, and yeah, but at least we got a new clutch on board, so yeah, there's some good news there. Anyway, done quite a lot of work, and our band sounded lovely today. I fired up the engine and let it warm up and checked everything over, and he's sounding really good, which is fantastic, and crossed off quite a lot of jobs and added a few things. So yeah, tomorrow's the day, final preps, and then I think a day after in the morning, about 9:30, we'll head off towards Hampy finally, which will be yeah, mixed feelings of leaving here and after having a bit of a holiday from driving and all this sort of stuff. And now I've got to get straight back on the horse and crack on, because I think we've got something like, I don't know, 8 countries to go to get to New Zealand or something, I don't know. And I've got to be there by October, so yeah, we're going to be moving. Yeah, but of course when we get to New Zealand there'll be another big sort of 4-month sort of staying in one place, one country, and organising. We can obviously organise stuff there, but I'll probably also be driving around the country and seeing some of the country I haven't seen before. Lots of things to do. So anyway, I'm going to sign off, because you're probably fed up with seeing me in the dark as I walk down the street, and I'll make another video tomorrow and post it up. Sorry for the delay on the last one. You know, busy. Take care. Catch you later. Welcome to the Big Friendly Truck. It's our last morning here now in Agonda, and just packing up. Just thought I'd come around the back. I obviously cleared all this of rubbish, as you saw probably in a previous video, and sure enough, it's all starting to build back up again. It's good for a few days, good for about a week or so.
kept telling people to take their rubbish away with them, but then you just get some people who just turn up, and they're not even from Goa. They're just Indians from other parts of the country, and they just turn up at this beauty spot for all their photos and selfies by the boats and the sea, and then just throw all their shit everywhere. Anyway, it's just a lack of education, and hopefully one day that will change. Next time I come back to India, hopefully maybe they'll have had a bit of a campaign against rubbish. So this is our spot. It's been a great spot. So we've been here 2 months and 1 day. Just swimming, eating, drinking, meeting people, fires, talking, you know, laughing, having a bit of time out. As I sort of said on an Instagram feed or in a message to someone, I think this is the longest I've actually sat still in life for about 35 years, maybe a bit longer, on the basis that, okay, we had 7 weeks in Kefalonia for the winter, but this is 8 weeks. And I say it's the longest time I've had actually stopped anywhere since I kind of left school and had summer holidays. So nice to relax, nice to stop, regroup, rethink, and catch up with oneself. And now we head off towards Hampi. Gonna have some breakfast in a minute. Just packing up the van and putting everything away so we're ship-shape for travel. And yeah, here we go again. Heading off into the blue. I can make some more videos, probably be a bit more interesting than the last 8 weeks, obviously, of us just sitting around watching sunsets and hanging out. Anyway, see you all soon. Take it easy. Ciao.